Before we go ahead and get into this, I just want to announce that pretty soon we will be doing both Transformers What Ifs soon alongside Terminator What Ifs. So if you have any suggestions for Terminator What Ifs and Transformers What Ifs alongside Mario What Ifs and Miraculous Ladybug What Ifs, leave your What Ifs in the comment section down below and they will get made at some point. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another What If video. In today's What If video, we will be doing part 4 of What If Sonic and Miraculous Ladybug were in the same universe. Before we get started, I'll do a quick recap of part 3, but I recommend you go watch part 3 to get the full story alongside all the other parts as well. So I won't be recapping parts 1 and 2 here. Anyways, last time we tackled this version of Sonic Rush Adventure, where Sonic, Tails, Ladybug, and Cat Noir were all sent to the Soul Dimension, where they met Marine the Raccoon, and went on an adventure to try to get back home. Along the way, they met up with Blaze and encountered Captain Whisker, who was secretly working for Dr. Eggman, Eggman Nick, and Hawkmoth. However, the heroes beat Captain Whisker and eventually found out about who they were working for, and in the end, the heroes managed to beat the evil trio, forcing them to escape as both Dr. Eggman and Hawkmoth headed back to their dimension to plan their next move. Along with this, Sonic, Tails, Ladybug, and Cat Noir also ended up heading back to their dimension as well. Anyways, with all out of the way, let's jump right back in to where we left off. As the events of Sonic Rush fade into the preceding weeks, a lot has happened with the heroes. After heading back to their dimension, Sonic, Tails, Ladybug, and Cat Noir had told the other heroes about their adventure and how both Dr. Eggman and Hawkmoth managed to get back to their dimension as well, and will likely plan their next big attack. Along with this, Reason and Kumatai's villains have had robotic enhancements to make them stronger. Along with this, Eggman has also had Badniks and Metal Sonic show up to Reason and Kuma fights to help the villains along. With this, they found Eggman bases around Paris, showing that the Eggman Empire has fully moved to Paris and is meaning business with its partnership with Hawkmoth and Mayora. However, Gun has also added more reinforcements to its Paris division to also show that they are also meaning business as well with helping the heroes fully take down both Dr. Eggman and Hawkmoth. And while it's happening, the relationship with the other heroes have gotten better, specifically Cat Noir's trust in both Ladybug and Sonic beginning to restore. However, there is still tension, but they are managing to get the job done and beginning to patch things up. Along with this, Sonic has recently gotten a brand new book, and he's shown the other heroes this book. That book specifically being about the Arabian Nights, and I think you all know what we're heading into, as we're now jumping into this version of Sonic and the Secret Rings. And if you're wondering about both the Rivals games, since they're commonplace in the Sonic time, since they are in my Sonic timeline, they won't be adapted in this What If, as I'm not really interested in bringing them into the story. Same for Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood, as I kind of hate Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. And also, I think it's a bad game alongside that. So this is a small little heads up. Both the Rivals games for Chronicles Dark Brotherhood won't be adapted in this What If. And alongside this is, though, for the Sonic Riders trilogy, it will happen, but we're not covering it. As simply put, I don't see it adding much to the story. So Rivals will not be happening as well, neither will Chronicles Dark Brotherhood, and Riders will happen. We're just not going to cover it, as I don't see much adding it to the story. So it still could happen, and I still believe that it does happen here. It's just we're not going to cover it, as in my opinion, that it's not really going to add much to the story. But anyway, back to the What If. One night after patrol, Sonic went up crashing at Marinette's house and went up falling asleep with the Arabian Nights book on his head. However, something will wake him up alongside Marinette and all the Kwamis from their slumber. That something being Shara, the genie of the ring, as the ring replaces where the clock was with Sonic. Shocking Sonic, Marinette, and all the Kwamis. Sonic would end up noticing how part of the book has been erased, with Sonic asking,
the world of the Arabian Nights is vanishing.
Vanishing? But how?
This is the work of an incredibly evil spirit, the Eraser Djinn.
Razor Djinn?
Yes, he used his evil magic to become even more powerful. He could not bear to simply remain in the book any longer. And so he has begun to set the inscriptions free, absorbing the power of the book itself.
The power of the book?
If our world ceases to exist, then not only will those stories be silenced forever, but the Eraser Djinn will then be unleashed into your world.
That definitely sounds like trouble. But what do you want me to do?
Yeah, how can we help?
I want you to stop him. You must stop the Eraser Djinn.
So this guy needs someone to put him in his place, does he? I suppose.
"Can help, right, Marinette?"
Alright, Sonic. Tiki, spots on!
Marinette transforms into Ladybug as they continue to talk to Shara. "But if I'm correct, this is all just something out of a storybook, right? How are we supposed to do anything about that?" Ladybug, during this conversation, quickly contacts Cat Noir and fills him in on the situation.
That's easy. You are my master. having called forth the genie of the ring. As such, I am able to grant your wishes. Simple wishes, at any rate.
If that's the case, can you make my lady fall in love with me?
Cat Noir says as he arrives on the scene, Ladybug would then end up scolding Cat Noir, telling him to focus on the mission. Char would then end up continuing.
You three.
The world of the Arabian Nights is within my power.
What? Inside that book?
Then transforms into a ring before continuing.
Now please, place the ring on your finger.
Sonic then places the ring on his finger as sparks come from it. Char goes on to explain how the contact has been sealed, and if Sonic rips the ring, he can ask for a wish. Sonic then wishes that he, Ladybug, and Cat Noir head into the world of the Arabian Nights, with Sonic also telling Char to call him Sonic instead of Master. From there, the heroes arrive into the story. However, this doesn't go unnoticed by Razor Jin as he appears before the heroes.
You must be that blue rat that just got added to the story.
You two must be the pathetic costume freaks that they added as well.
Don't you know anything? I'm not a rat. I'm a hedgehog.
And we're miraculous holders.
I am Eraser Jin. I am the one who shall carve up this world as I see fit.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna do that, can you at least wait until I'm done reading it first?
Sonic.
100 of the 1,001 nights have already been wiped clean. And soon the rest shall join them, night by night. And then, with the 7 world rings,
7 world rings?
have gathered the 7 world rings for me. Have you not, Shara, my dear?
Are you still going on about that? I told you those things don't even exist. And even if they did, I'd never give them to you.
Oh, wouldn't you, though?
What do you mean?
I suppose a suitable punishment is in order, then.
Flame then appears in Eraser's fingers as the hero's eyes widen. Eraser then throws the flame at Char. However, Sonic, like the original game, jumps in front of Chara, taking the flame for her. From there, Eraser orders Sonic to find the 7 world rings, and if he doesn't, and if the flame goes out, Sonic life would end. Along with this, Eraser plans to get the life of King Chara. Thus, the heroes head off to find King Sharia. From here, everything plays out the same with the encounter of King Sharia, just with the addition with Ladybug and Cat Noir, including their encounter with Alibaba. From there, the heroes head over to Sand Oasis where they encounter the Sand Scorpion. The heroes quickly realize that this must be one of the monsters summoned forth by Eraser Jin. Ladybug ends up asking Chara,
Sean, can't you do something about it with your magic?
I'm sorry, Sonic. My magic is no match for that of the Eraser Jin.
okay then, looks like we'll have to deal with this the old-fashioned way, huh guys?
You bet. Let's get ready, guys.
Thus, the battle begins. Sonic charges at the creature, using a homing attack, hitting it in the eye while Ladybug uses her yo-yo to throw herself up in the air, kicking the Sand Scorpion in the face, while Cat Noir uses his zap to throw himself up in the air, using his claw, scratching the creature in the face, hitting it with the staff. The Sand creature screams in pain as Sonic uses a spin dash on the creature while Ladybug ties up the creature. However, the Sand Scorpion breaks out of Ladybug's yo-yo and uses a barrage of bombs while also trying to stab them with one of his piercers. However, Cat Noir uses his staff to block the piercers while Ladybug grabs him with her yo-yo to move it out of the way of the bombs. As Sonic runs out of the way and spin dashes at one of the bombs back into the creature, causing it to flying in the air. Ladybug, seeing an opportunity, quickly wraps the creature around her yo-yo and throws it onto the ground as Sonic uses a homing attack on the creature, finishing it off, and a yellow world ring appears. Quickly grabbing it, the ring, Char ends up telling them about the newest chapter of the Arabian Nights, about how the 7 world rings will be the portal between worlds, but the collector shall be the sacrifices. Sonic ends up asking Chara, so you're telling us that we're meant to be sacrifices?
Yeah, are you saying we're meant to be sacrifices?
That I cannot say for sure, but I do believe that these world rings hold the key to some kind of mystery. And I think that we need to collect them to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Well, considering that I still had this arrow in me to worry about, I guess I'm in a pinch either way, right?
It's my fault that all of this is happening to...
Hey, don't worry about it. Besides, don't you know how fast I am? Time may fly, but I'm even faster.
From there, the heroes head off to go find and rescue the king, which pretty much plays out to the same to the original game, the only difference being the presence of both Ladybug and Cat Noir. And after rescuing the king, they manage to get a hold of the Great World Ring. From there, the heroes head off to the evil foundry, where they encounter Eraser Jin, summoning something.
Sure, it's him.
What's he doing here?
Calling more spirits!
Spirits?
There, Eraser Jin ends up summoning the Ifrit Golem. Along with this, the heroes learn from Eraser Jin that he's already carved up half of the pages that makes up the world of the Arabian Nights. And to top it all off, the flame on Sonic is halfway burned out. And that Eraser Jin is planning on letting the Ifrit Golem burn the remaining pages of the book. From there, Eraser escapes as Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir try to fight back, and although Ladybug and Cat Noir manage to get a few hits in, they're barely doing anything. Along with this, Sonic can't fight back against the Ifrit Golem since his life is tied to the flame, so Sonic can't do a thing to the Ifrit Golem, while Ladybug and Cat Noir can barely do the minimum. So with no other option, they retreat, with Sonic pulling off his first time break, allowing them to escape. From there, they run into Alibaba, with him suggesting they seek out his friend Sinbad. The heroes agree, and after Sonic wishes for a magic carpet, the heroes find Sinbad and agree to help him get unstuck. And after managing to find the key, the heroes managed to free Sinbad and learn how the pirates that locked him up there took the water blue ring. Thus, the heroes head off and manage to find the blue world's ring. Along with this, they also spot the pirates as they quickly realize they're the same pirates who took the water blue ring. Thus, both Ladybug and Cat Noir quickly separate from the group and activate the water transformations and head off. And after a while of going through the storm, Captain Beamoff appears, catching the heroes off guard.
What is that thing?
Looks like someone's looking for a duel.
Have some fun!
The battle begins with Captain Beamoff throwing bombs at the heroes, which they quickly dodge. Aqua Ladybug then proceeds to use her yo-yo, allowing herself to get a quick boost to kick the captain in the face, as Aqua Cat Noir uses his claws while Sonic uses a homing attack, throwing the captain back. However, Captain Beamoff would then proceed to summon a whirlpool, forcing the heroes to dodge as Sonic follows it up with a spin dash. From there, Captain Beamoff then proceeds to charge at the heroes. However, Sonic would have homing attacking one of his horns and would end up pulling it off, causing the captain to scream in pain. Sonic quickly realizes what the weakness is, and I'm saying to the group, guys, the weakness is the horns. We need to pull off the 2 remaining horns.
Got it.
You bet.
From there, the heroes manage to pull off the second horn, only with 1 horn left. However, Captain Beamoff prepares his final attack, that being Powerful Waves, forcing the heroes to dodge, and after a while, the heroes manage to get close enough as Aqua Cat Noir calls on
Cataclysm!
Quickly using Cataclysm, Aqua Cat Noir manages to grab the final horn, destroying him, causing Captain Beamoff to scream in pain and allowing the water blue ring to appear. After grabbing the water world ring and allowing Cat Noir to recharge, the heroes head off to face the Ifrit Golem at the Evil Foundry. And after Sonic uses the water world ring, causing the Ifrit Golem to get weaker, the heroes manage to defeat it. However, a time bomb begins to forcing the heroes to escape. And after finding a Destroying time bomb, the world ring appears, quickly grabbing it. The heroes head off to meet King Solomon. However, when they arrive to meet the king, to their horror, King Solomon's body has been separated by 40 thieves, who were resurrected by Eraser Jin as evil spirits. King Solomon asked the heroes if they could find the rest of his body and stop the 40 thieves. The heroes agree and they head off. Along the way, the heroes also manage to find the White World's Ring. From there, the heroes manage to find the rest of King Solomon's body and put him back together. Along with this, King Solomon explains how the lamp Eraser Jin came from is the key to defeating him. Along with this, King Solomon ends up realizing that Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir are the collectors of the rings that will supposedly be sacrificed, but the heroes reassure him that they'll be fine, with Cat Noir even saying, "After everything we've been through, we can handle this guy no problem. Right, guys?"
You're right, Kitty.
You bet. From there, the heroes head off and arrive at Night Palace, and once arriving, they find the Purple World Ring and ask Shara how she knew Eraser. Shara then goes on to explain.
Long ago, he was punished for his misdeeds and sealed away in the lamp. He would not be forgiven until he had granted the wishes of 1,000 people. But when his sentence had been served, he had a renewed hatred of people. That was his fate, sad as it was. His cursed destiny came from the story he had been written into.
Shara?
To the Eraser Jin, I am just a mere genie of the ring. I want to stop him, though. I want to turn the stories of the Arabian Nights back to what they were. That is my wish.
We'll make your wish come true, Shara. Right, Cat?
We will. We promise you, Shara. Now let's finish this. The heroes head off to find Eraser Jin, and after a while of searching, they manage to find him, and the battle begins. Sonic spin dashing into Eraser, while Ladybug uses her yo-yo to trap Eraser, and Cat Noir uses his staff, hitting Eraser. However, Eraser uses his blade, easily getting out of Ladybug's yo-yo, while also trying to cut her in two. However, Sonic quickly grabs Ladybug, and she decides to pull out the Fox Miraculous and unify them. Along with this, she hands Cat the Snake Miraculous, and thus the two of them unify quickly.
Tiki, Trix, unify.
Now with the power of the Fox Miraculous, Ladybug quickly uses the Fox Powers evolution to trick Eraser, while Cat Noir with the power of the Snake Miraculous uses Second Chance in case anything bad happens, while Sonic uses Spin Dash and homing attacks on Eraser. In the end, it seems like they beat Eraser. However, Eraser is far from done. Eraser then proceeds to disappear in smoke and enters a door, shocking the heroes as they attempt to follow him. However, this door is locked, and they quickly realize they need 7 keys. However, Sonic, Ladybug, Cat Noir, and Char quickly realize that these 7 keys for the doors are in fact the 7 world rings. Thus, they go ahead and put in the 7 world rings, which allows them to go through the door. And once there, they see Eraser Jen sitting there waiting for them, as Sonic gets up speaking up with him, saying,
You just don't give up, do you?
All 3 of you brought me the 7 world rings. Well done.
"Hey, of course we did. After all, we're all such good buddies."
Now's not the time, Cat.
Dara, you have done well in using them to gather the rings. Now, give them to me.
Hey, hold on. Aren't you gonna do something about this?
Yeah, we brought you the 7 world rings. Now remove the flames for Sonic.
Please, quickly, let us rule the world together.
Char grabs the 7 world rings and flies over to Eraser Jen with this shocking Sonic Ladybug Cat Noir. Sonic then speaks up with him, saying,
Shara? What?
Why are you doing this?
I must.
You can't do this.
I'm sorry. I have no choice. I just want to be back with him.
Wait, were they?
Ladybug snaps out of her train of thought as Sonic says,
No! As genie of the ring, I command you! Do what you truly think is right!
Sonic rubs Chara's ring as Chara gets confused and faints. Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir quickly run over to her.
Shara!
Guys, look.
Eraser Jen then goes over what all the 7 world rings, what they mean, and attempt to offer Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir as a sacrifices. However, Chara jumps in the way, protecting the 3 of them.
Shara!
Sorry. I knew. All along. I knew what would happen.
Still got you 3 involved.
It's okay, it's not your fault.
Did I change my destiny? Did I keep our promise?
Shara, grant me a wish. I wish for you to not die and to go back to the way you were.
I'm so sorry, Master. I cannot grant.
Chara dies, and the ring on Sonic's finger breaks as Eraser Jen transforms into his final form of Layla Walayla. The heroes look up horrified, not sure what to do, with Ladybug asking,
What are we supposed to do against that thing?
Not sure.
This is awful. You're just some incomplete monster.
However, something happens. 3 of the 7 world rings are discarded from Layla Walayla's body and fall in front of Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir, and then proceed to enter into Sonic.
Sonic!
Sonic screams in pain as he transforms into Dark Spine Sonic, surprising both Ladybug and Cat Noir. Sonic then reaches out his hands to transfer power over to them, similar to how he did back in Part 2 when he transferred super energy to them. Ladybug and Cat Noir scream in pain as they transform into Dark Spine Ladybug and Dark Spine Cat Noir. Now powered up, the heroes stare down at Layla Walayla as Dark Spine Sonic asks Chara, "Gotta stop him. Chara, please lend us your power." And just like that, the final battle begins as Layla Walayla fire purple energy balls at the heroes as they manage to dodge, and Dark Spine Sonic spin dash into him, while Dark Spine Ladybug uses her yo-yo to trap off Layla Walayla and throws a barrage of punches at him, while Dark Spine Cat Noir uses his claws and slashes out Layla Walayla. However, the attacks have no effect until Dark Spine Ladybug points something out, that being out of Layla Walayla's heart. The 3 heroes quickly realize that must be the weak point. Thus, the heroes focus on their attacks on his heart, as Dark Spine Ladybug calls on
Dark Spine, Lucky Charm.
the object that she gets is a dagger. With her using her Dark Spine Lucky Vision, she quickly puts 2 and 2 together, telling Dark Spine Sonic to wait until she tells him to use it, while she tells Dark Spine Cat Noir to use his Dark Spine Cataclysm. Thus, he agrees, calling on Dark Spine Cataclysm. Dark Spine Cat Noir charges forward with Dark Spine Cataclysm and touches off Layla Walayla's heart, badly damaging it, as Dark Spine Ladybug then says to Dark Spine Sonic,
Ow.
"You got it." Dark Spine Sonic then charges forward with the dagger, stabbing Alphalayla Walayla with it. Alphalayla Walayla screams in pain as everything turns back to normal. A Razor Jin lays on the ground as Darkspine, Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir turn back to their normal forms, with the Eraser speaks up, with them saying how he'll just come back again and again and how he can't be defeated. However, Sonic unveils a Razor's lamp. Much to Eraser's shock and horror, Sonic then proceeds to wish for Shara to come back to life, for the world of the Arabian Nights to go back to the way it was, and finally have Eraser himself be trapped inside his lamp for the rest of time. Eraser tries to get Shara to help him while also calling Sonic a rat again. Sonic, however, tells Eraser to get back in his lamp, as Sonic tells Eraser one last time,
Told you, I'm not a rat. I'm a hedgehog.
Once Eraser is trapped inside his lamp, the trio of Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir turn their attention to Shara, who's about to cry. Cat Noir approaches her and comes to her with him saying, "Hey, it'll be alright. I know what it's like to lose someone you love. Believe me, I do. But I promise you, it'll be alright, Shara." Yeah, the heroes head over to the evil foundry, where they throw Razor's lamp into the lava. After that, the heroes turn back to Shara. Sonic asks Shara for one more wish. "Shara, I wish that we can go back home to our world."
As you wish.
The wish is cast as the trio of Sonic, Ladybug, and Cat Noir head back to their world. However, before they leave, Shara thanks them for everything. Ladybug smiles at Shara and simply says, "You're welcome." And thus, the heroes head back to their home world after going through the portal. Once the heroes arrive back in their world, as Sonic turns back to the Book of the Arabian Nights and smiles as he closes the book, as Cat Noir heads home, and him and Marinette, after the activating transformation, head to sleep. And that's where we're going to end this story for right now. So, what did you guys think of part 4? Did you expect us to adapt Sonic and the Secret Rings to this story? Or did you expect Ladybug, Cat Noir to go Darkspine? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you guys go ahead, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. And get hyped for part 5, as we will be heading into the events of Sonic Unleashed, and finally, the beginning of Miraculous Season 4. So get hyped, and I'll see you all in the next one.